What's up, DJ fam? It's DJ TJ Nice. I'm here with iCutWax.com, and today we're going to talk about the 3 transitions every DJ must master, and we're going to do it right now. Okay guys, before we get straight away to the decks and start looking at these transitions, I wanted to talk a little bit about transitions themselves. The most important part, in my humble opinion, to a DJ is being able to transition from song to song, to do it smoothly and to do it in a way that keeps the party going. If not, you're just playing music and a jukebox can do that. With transitions, there's a couple of things that are vitally important to make sure it happens right. The number one thing is beat matching. If you can't beat match your 2 songs, what are you doing? Stop. You need to back up. You need to go through DJ basics. I may do another video talking about beat matching, but until then, just Google it. Figure out how to match the beats of one song and the other song. Without that, your transition will be what we call a train wreck. Nobody wants that. Of course, technology today affords us the use of the sync button. The sync button is available in pretty much every DJ software that is out there, but we're talking about learning how to beat match by ear like DJs do, and we're doing well before there was a sync button. I may leave a link in the description to a video or 2 I find about the subject, but again, being able to beat match or match the tempos of those 2 songs you're going from to the one you're going to is the number one thing you have to do when it comes to transitions. So the 3 transitions we're going to talk about today, first is dropping it on the 1. Very easy transition, the most basic of all transitions, and it's just like it sounds. We're going to drop the next song on the first beat or on the 1 of that song. This transition is very common in like New York. You see it a lot with their DJ sets. I think DJ Kid Capri, he does this all the time. This is his go-to transition. He slams or drops the next song on the 1. I use it in a party atmosphere when I have 3 or 4 tracks that I know are going to kill the dance floor, and I'll just drop one song, drop the next song, and drop the next, all on the 1. That's the first one. The second transition we're going to look at is very similar to dropping it on the 1. I call it the pickup. This happens when the song you're transitioning to has a pickup beat or a few pickup bars before the actual song drops. We'll look at a few examples and you'll get the idea of what I mean. The third transition, and probably the most difficult transition, is the intro over the hook. What I mean by that is the hook of the song or the chorus of the song mostly is 8 bars. And most music you'll see it's 8 bars worth of hook or the chorus of the song. And what you do is take the next song that has 8 bars worth of intro or just the beats to the music, use the beat for the new song to go over the other track. After the 8 bars is over, you switch to your new track and the new track is in. It's smooth as silk and you will recognize it when I show you what I mean on the decks. So without further ado, let's hit the turntables.
Okay guys, here we are behind the decks. We're going to take a look at these transitions. Starting with the first transition, dropping it on the 1, the easy one to do. We're going to play a song on deck A. We're going to drop the song on deck B on the first beat or on the 1 of the song on deck B. Like I said, this transition I usually use in a party atmosphere. I have 3 or 4 songs that go very well together. I know they're going to kill each and every one. And it's the type of songs that as soon as you hear it, you know exactly what's going on. In this particular case, I'm going to use it in a different way, and that is to change the mood of the music. This is also a good transition for that. So I'm going to play a more mellow song over here, drop it with more of a heavy charging song over here, so you can see how this transition can help change the mood of your party or change the mood of the dance floor. So just to give you a feel of what the songs sound like, here's the first song. 100 degrees is hot, got some rock bottles. As you can see, or as you can hear, the song is kind of smooth, kind of melodic. at the end of the hook of this song, we're gonna drop this next song on the one. So right here, we're gonna drop this next song. And like I said, this song is more of a heavy charger, hard charger song. Take a listen. You see how that is so different than this song, but that's okay. That's why we're dropping on the one. We're not going to try to blend these two or mix these two records. We're just going to drop this one right on the one. So again, here's the first song. Real smooth, kind of cool. The second song, kind of hard. Let's go. So let's take a look at this and see how this transition works, okay? Okay, so we're going to play the record on deck A. We're going to drop the record on deck B on the one. Check it out.
100 degrees is hot, got some rock bottles. Shorty bad, and she looking like a top model. Designer clothes, so you know she's spending top dollar. It's summertime, so you know she looking for a baller. Why? Because it's money over everything.
Okay, at the end of this hook, we will drop in the next song.
Yeah, because it's money over everything. Yeah, because it's money over everything. See the look on his coward.
On the one, just like that.
As they witness pissing raid to these evil lies.
Go back to the first song on the one. Check it out. On the one, we're going to go back to this song on the one. Let's just go back and forth again. Again, on the one. Count your bars. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 2, 3, 4, 1. 2, 3, 4, 1.
100 degrees is hot, got some rock bottle. See the look on his coward that I despise. 100 degrees is hot, got some rock bottle. See the look on his coward that I despise. 100 degrees is hot, got some rock bottle. See the look on his coward that I despise. 100 degrees is hot, got some rock bottle. See the look on his coward
that is dropping a song on the one. Okay, guys, the second transition, similar to dropping it on the one, is the pickup. I call this a pickup because the beat has a pickup before the one. A pickup is a musical term, but it just means something happens. It's a beat prior to the first beat of the song. I'll play it and let you get an idea of what I mean. So as the song is coming on, you will notice a pickup on beat 4 before beat 1. Just like that. Did you hear it? Let's play it again. So here it comes. And 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. So for this one, we're going to drop this beat in just like we did with dropping it on the one, except for this one has a pickup, happens to be on beat 4. So we're going to drop this song in on beat 4 to kind of give it that pickup feel. So the beat will drop in like this. Then 1. So it's kind of like 4, 1 is how that beat drops in. We're going to use the song that we used on the last transition, and we're going to transition out of that song into the new song using the pickup. Again, on beat 4 on this track, it could be beat 3, it could be beat 2. It just depends on the song you're going into. This particular song, the pickup is on beat 4. So we're going to play this track, and then we're going to drop in this song on beat 4. Let's take a look. Okay, we're going to play the same track as we used before. We're going to let the track play for 8 bars or so, and we're going to drop in this song using a pickup. Check it out.
See the look on his coward that I despise. As they witness pissing raid through these evil lies. Bread soul puts insanely past terrorize. Cause I ain't body Freddy Krueger, Jason,
Again, we're counting 1, 2, 3, 4. Remembering this song, the pickup is on the 4. Here we go. Just like that. Let's try it again. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. 3, 4. 3, 4.
tasty, don't shake me, compress 'em. Give me your AP of the tasty, don't shake. Give me your AP. Give me your AP. Give me your AP. Give me your AP of the tasty, don't shake me, compress. Give me your AP of the tasty, don't shake. Give me your AP of the tasty, don't shake me, compress 'em. Give me your AP of the tasty, don't shake.
And that is doing a pickup transition.
Okay, guys, the third transition we're going to look at is the intro over the hook. This is the most difficult transition we're going to look at today because it involves both songs playing together. This is the more traditional definition of a transition because we'll have two songs playing together. We're going to fade out one song and go to the next song and do it seamlessly. We normally do this over the hook of the song we're going out of into the song we're going into just because it sounds real well, and music is usually set up that way to where the hook is 8 bars and the intro is usually 8 bars, so it just sounds real good, and it's a transition that we all have to master as DJs. There's a couple very important things to keep in mind when we're doing an intro over the hook transition. The first thing is you do not want vocals over vocals. It sounds real bad. They always clash. It never sounds good to have vocals on top of vocals. So that's the first thing. You want the intro song to be just music so that the vocals aren't clashing. The second thing is you do not want two low end or two bass or two bottoms competing with each other. So when you're transitioning the song, you want to increase the bottom of one song and decrease the bottom of the other so that the two basses or the two bottoms of the songs aren't playing together. It always sounds muffled. It never sounds good. So watch how I do that. There's a couple different ways that I normally do it. I'll do a couple so you can see, but just remember, you never want vocals over vocals, and you never want the bottoms or the basses of both songs playing. So use your EQ, all mixers have them, to take out the bottom of one song so that the bottom of the other song can play and have room to breathe in the mix, right? Check it out.
Okay, guys, we're going to use the song from the last transition. We're going to just start the song somewhere before the hook begins. Once the hook starts, I'm going to start the blend of the next song. Keep in mind to pay attention to how I am decreasing the bottom or the bass part of the song that I'm coming out of as I'm mixing in the new song that we're going to. There's a few ways that I like to do this. I'll show you a couple, but the possibilities are really endless. Just remember, you don't want both of the bottoms competing with each other in the mix. Also pay attention to the fact that there's no vocals on the song that I'm coming into. I'm playing the intro part, just the music, to blend together because vocals over vocals never sound good. Let's check it out.
Wacky tobacco, homie, la mocha. Long as it's strong and you can make it last long, you can twist it in the swisher, you can squish it in the bong. It's when I'm done paying my dues, I roll up the nose. I come home, take off my shoes, and roll up the nose. When I'm done watching the news, I roll up the nose. Now, yeah,
and that is transitioning over the hook. We'll do it again. This time I'm going to do something slightly different. I'm going to cut the bottom completely out of this first song and drop the second song in full volume with the bass in. But again, the bottoms will not competing. You'll see what I mean. Check it out.
Reaper, the bud, the pot, the choker, the greens, the wacky tobacco, homie, la mocha. Long as it's
Here comes the
strong and
hook
you
right
can
here.
make
Check
it
it out.
last long, you can twist it in the swisher, you can squish it in the bone. When I'm done paying my dues, I roll up the nose. I come home, take off my shoes, and roll up the nose. When I'm done watching the news, I roll up the nose. Now, yeah, pop them bottles, let me see you work your body. You know how I feel about it when I see that fat.
Intro over the hook.
Okay, fam, there you have it. Those are 3 transitions every DJ has to master. The dropping it on the one, the pickup, which is very similar, and the intro over the hook. The things to keep in mind are beat matching or matching the tempos of the song. This isn't as important with dropping it on the one or the pickup. They should be close, but they don't have to match exactly. You don't want to drop a song that's playing at, let's say, 85 beat per minute and then drop a song that's 120 beats per minute or something, it will never sound good. But again, they don't have to be perfect. Now, when you're using the intro over the hook or any other transition that requires both songs to be playing simultaneously, then yes, those beats have to be exact. You have to beat match. Make sure that your tempos are exactly the same, so when you're playing one song, it matches the tempo of the other. You can imagine what it sounds like to be playing a song at 90 BPM, mixing on top of it a song that's playing at like 92 BPM. It will never sound good. They will kind of sound like a jumbled mess altogether. But there you have it. 3 ways to transition. You have to learn. You must know. Practice those. Get those down. Make sure you can transition your songs great. And you, my friend, might be a DJ. See you next time.